love yours.
No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better.
Hi, I'm Tassie and welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. And if you're a new subscriber, make yourself at home by clicking that subscribe button. So today I'm coming to you guys with a chit chat get ready with me video. I do these like periodically, you know. What's shocking is I always tend to do these after I do a What Happened To series, which I've been trying to stop doing, but I mean, we here now, so it is what it is. But for a good reason, because I still have an announcement that I need to give you guys, so I'm getting ready for that, as well as another piece of content, as well as trying to re-up on my other platforms. Like, I got a lot of work to do. So it's just more beneficial for me to try to kill two birds with one stone, or like five in this case. So if that sounds like something that you guys are interested in, please stay tuned. And with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So I did not feel like putting gel in my hair because I had just washed my hair. So I put on 2 wig caps so that it'll lay down a little bit better. And now I have this super deep mark right here. And hopefully by the end of the video it disappears. But if not, oh well. Like, I'm just going to deal with it. And I'm going to turn this one to the side because I think I want to try a side part with this wig. But then it's like, why did I just try to do a side part and I just put my part... Okay. So anyways, on to the regularly scheduled programming. The first thing that I want to talk about is I do want to bring attention to the fact that content is definitely going to be different from this timestamp going forward. A lot of y'all that have been here since the very beginning, y'all are going to notice that I don't do certain types of content anymore. I'm trying to like really tap into my niche at this point. Because I think after how many years of me being on this channel, I finally know how I want certain things to be presented and how I want to come off to people. So we're definitely going to bank on that. We are definitely going to bank on that because mama needs a coin, number one. And number two, I think that I enjoy the new content that's coming your way. Like, I think I enjoy this a little bit better than the other ones that I've been doing as of lately. But you know, everything is a process. Everything is still new. So like, we don't know for sure. It might work, it might not work, you know. That's why we test things out. But just to let you guys know, for those that have been here for a while, there might be some changes. And if you really keep tabs on my channel, you would notice that the banner changed as well. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's to come and what's going to happen next. So yeah, just to get that out the way, content is going to look pretty different after this. I had been working on that for a while, which is why like the content has been spotty here and there, because girl, like honey, this is turning into a job, which was the plan, you know. That was always the plan, but now it's like it's getting serious. So we got to tap in, babe. We have got to tap in. Now I've already prepped it for a middle part, so hopefully the side part doesn't give me too much of a difficult time. So I'm thinking maybe right here, maybe. Ugh. Yeah, this is definitely gonna give me a hard time. I already know. This is not going to be my friend. Wait a minute, is that a track? Hold on. So this can't even really be a side part. They lied to me. Oh, now I'd be wrong if I put that in the review. I just might. Nope. So we're keeping the middle. We are keeping the middle. I wanted to switch it up because I have worn the middle part for I don't know how long now, but yeah, I don't like the way it looks as a side part. I don't know why the models and stuff made it look so good as a side part. So yeah, we're not doing side. We're gonna do middle. And this baby right back around, cause absolutely not. Okay, so anyways, moving on, cause sorry, I got distracted. My bad. So anywho, let's get into the What Happened To series, because there's some things that I want to clarify and things that I want to talk about, mostly because there is a bunch of new people. If you guys could not tell, there is a bunch of new people that are here now, and I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. But in the same breath, there's a lot of people that have been here for a while, and there's some things that even y'all don't really understand, and I want to clarify that for you guys as well. Now, keep in mind, before I even go into this, because a lot of y'all are a little bit sensitive, not trying to be funny, but some of y'all are, I'm not mad at any of you. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't feel no type of way about nobody. This is not me trying to check y'all, come for y'all, or anything. If that was the case, you would know, okay? Like, I promise you, this is not me trying to yell at y'all, be mean. Y'all are not in trouble. I'm just clarifying some things just for the sake of they need clarification. That is it, okay? So the What Happened To series, I explain it at the beginning of every video, but for a more, I guess, well-rounded approach, I'm going to explain it here. The What Happened To series is an analysis video about people's careers or people's brands. I am essentially talking about the actual development of these people and what pretty much led to the downfall, okay? It has been more than one occasion where I feel like people think that I make documentaries about people, and it's like, I guess what I do could be under some type of subgenre of documentary, but as a documentary lover, like, I love watching a good documentary, a good Netflix docuseries. Like, I've been that way since I was younger. I still watch a bunch of them to this day. I love a documentary, and I can say by the standards of what makes a documentary, baby, I don't make documentaries. I do not make documentaries. I have never made a documentary about anyone on this channel. Like, I do not make documentaries whatsoever. It's so hot, this just evaporated the gots to be, my goodness. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I don't make documentaries. I make analysis videos. I basically make video essays. Like, I am not making people's life story, okay? And that seems to be what the misconception is, because I don't mind the conversation getting started. Let's be clear. I don't mind getting the conversation started, because those are conversations that need to be had. Like, that's the whole reason why I made the video. But y'all will come in my comments and tell me something that's completely irrelevant to the topic. Like, reminisce, walk through memory lane in my comments. I don't mind that. But like, I've had people actually try to tell me, like, you needed to include this, you should have said this, you should have said that. And it's like, I didn't say that because that wasn't relevant to the topic, babe. Like, why would them working at Burger King once upon a time be relevant to why their career seemed to fade into existence? Like, that doesn't go together. Like, if I was really making a documentary, like what these people did, who these people are, what they do, blah 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 blah, then yeah, like, it would be a little bit more detail. It would be a little bit more of a conversation piece, I guess you could say. But I don't make documentaries, baby. I don't make documentaries. So when you come in my comments telling me like, oh, you should have did da 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 da, no, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't have, because that wasn't relevant to the topic. That wasn't relevant to what I was talking about, so I chose not to talk about it. But you know, you're not wrong. So I don't really know what you want me to say to that. The second thing that I want to clarify regarding the What Happened To series, again, I say this in the intro, but I guess people don't be hearing me when I be saying it. And again, I'm not mad at y'all, so don't be in your feelings. Don't get mad. Don't be sitting up here talking about some woe was me. That's not what I'm trying to do, okay? But I've said this, like, I don't know how many times at this point. The What Happened To series is a series about things from pop culture that were popular and we don't see them anymore. So it was never only about music artists. It was never going to only strictly be about musicians and people that were popping on MySpace and stuff like that. Like, it was never supposed to be about that. Now, obviously it can be, which is why I've been doing it so much. But the reality is that that's not the only thing that we're going to be talking about. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because, like, before I made the video about the OMG girls, I was actually gonna do someone else. And I had, which is why you should also click the bell and like subscribe to me. That way you can keep tabs on everything. I had you guys vote on what city we should go to next for the person that I wanted to cover, because I have a few things in mind. I had a few people that were like on my radar a little bit. And when I did the poll, there were a few of y'all that kept recommending artists. And I'm like, that's cool. That's fine and dandy, because they're not completely off the list. They're not completely off the table. But again, like, I'm not only covering music artists. Like, I'm not only covering people that were in the music industry. Like, I'm covering various different things. Like, in the future, because, you know, like, I don't play with the legal stuff, okay? Don't sue me for nothing, all right? But in the future, I plan on talking about businesses that were once popular, but now they don't seem to be popular, or businesses that went out of business or got bought by other bigger companies. I plan on talking about possibly even fashion trends, you know, brands that we used to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm planning on doing stuff like that. But most importantly, I do want to cover like different influencers that used to be popular and now we don't see them anymore. You know, like I wanna get into that. I want to talk about that as well. Like, when I started the What Happened To series, the first installment of the What Happened To series was about the Kiara Angels. They're not a music group. They're not a girl group. Like, so I was never only gonna do people that were in the music industry. So when I ask y'all them questions, you got to keep that in mind. I'm not only doing people that do music. I'm also doing various different things. I might do clothes. I'm not good at sports and I don't know much about it, but you know, I might even do sports teams. Like, I don't know, is there some sports teams that were popping but now they trash? Like, I might do them. I am trying to do everything in pop culture from the 2010s. So just keep that in mind. Like, I never sat here and told y'all that I was only covering people that are in the music industry. I never told y'all that, but I guess that's just what y'all took from it. And again, I'm not mad, so don't cry. Like, seriously, I'm just talking to y'all. But yeah, so to give you guys a reason, like a little bit more in-depth reason as to why I even make the What Happened To series, I feel like there's a lot of the culture of 2010 that doesn't really get archived as much as it's supposed to. Like, we were from the dawn of social media and like everything being on the internet, but I guess because like we're in a different world of the internet, there's so many sites and stuff that we just like don't have access to anymore. So I guess that makes a difference in like how we archive and preserve a lot of content or a lot of art or a lot of topics. So essentially, there's a lot of pivotal information about the 2010s that just does not exist anymore, or it does still exist on the internet, but you really got to dig to go find it. But it's not something that's going to pop up as a result on Google, or even if you come on YouTube, you know, you type something in and they're just like, oh, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So I pretty much did the What Happened To series because I noticed that like there wasn't too many people that were really keeping tabs on what was really going on in the 2010s. There's a lot of, prime example, like how y'all love to talk about them, there's a lot of music artists that were really pivotal and they don't get talked about. There's a lot of people that were trendsetters. They don't get talked about. There's a lot of people that really popularized certain words and phrases and styles, and they don't get that credit. But nowadays, it's like somebody could be an influencer that just popped out of nowhere, and God forbid you sit there and don't give them credit. Oh, baby, you're going to be a trending topic. They're going to get their fan base to come after you. Like, it'll just be some of everything. You feel me? Like, they wouldn't even let you slide with that. But our generation, our people that we grew up with, we don't care about preserving their history and their legacy, right? Yeah, no. Something about that got to change. And I'm not a fan of that. So I took it upon myself to be that person. And no shade, but the few times that I have seen people talk about like certain aspects of our generation, they never really get it right. They never really know what they be talking about. And I'm just sitting there like, how are you this wrong? And all you had to do was like go on Google or go on Twitter. Like, I just don't understand where y'all are getting y'all sources from. Like, honest to God, the person that comes to mind that like does basically similar content to me, that speaks on stuff like me and like be right on the money, in my opinion, I love Black Femininity TV. Love that girl down, okay? I feel like she is one of the only people within, like, I guess this side of YouTube where she actually does her homework. She's the only person that really be sitting here like, okay, this is how this is going to get done. This is how that's going to get done. I got the video. I got the tweets. I got the photos. Like, she's the only person that really be getting into it. It seemed like everybody else is just like, well, oh well. Like, girl, did you even try? Like, are you even trying to be present right now? Because it just seems like everything is a joke to you. And I don't like that, because, like, why are you here? I don't know what's going on with this part. Do I need to cut this off? Because then it's like, I probably need to cut that off. Okay. I don't know why that was like that. Anyways. But yeah, like, I just feel like there's not enough representation of the 2010s, especially like on YouTube, which you would think that it would be, considering the fact that YouTube was predominantly like the place. But, you know, I don't know. So yeah, understand, like, the What Happened To series is not only going to be about your favorite music artists from the 2010s, it's also going to be about just various different trends, various different people from various different career fronts, you know, like, we're going to be talking about some of everybody. And honestly, which is one of the changes that I'm making to this channel, I might just have videos where I just have like a topic of a particular topic, and we're going to go into depth about those things and how this was once popular and then it stopped being popular and, you know, so on and so forth. Like, I'll probably do something like that. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, y'all, I never said I was only covering artists. I never said I was only doing music. Like, I'm doing some of everything. I'm doing some of everybody. Like, so yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have somebody. It is a person this time, but they're not in the music industry. I do have someone in mind that I want to cover next. However, I'm going to look at how the tides are flowing. If the tides are not telling me to cover that person and cover somebody else, then I might go with that other person or that other girl group, boy band, whatever. I might go with them. But I do have a little something in my arsenal. I do have a little something, okay? And this is not somebody who's in the music industry. So just keep that in mind. I don't want you guys to be disappointed, but hopefully we're all on the same, we're all on the same page at this point. So now let's move on to personal matters, because, ooh, baby, where has my head been lately? First of all, I've been better. Let me just say that I have definitely 100% been way better than the last time that I came on here, okay? Because I know that, beforehand I had opened up about my depression, and then I came back and I was angry. I am way better than what I was before. So I'm definitely going to be transparent about that, because that's just something I do now. So, as you read by the title, that is not clickbait. That is not I guess it kind of might be a double entendre or like a play on words. I don't know. But yeah, that's not, I'm not BSing. I'm not being dramatic or perping for y'all or nothing like that. I quite literally am in an era where I am now, like, I guess you could say bitter and selfish. Like, I really am. I am in a completely new era. I am 26. I'm 26, bro, and a lot has happened. A lot has happened, but also nothing has happened. It's complicated, okay? So I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit of backstory. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. It is what it is, okay? So I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. and I currently still live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. One thing about Cincinnati as a whole, unfortunately, we are a city of many talents, much creativity, and surprisingly, a lot of culture. Believe it or not, we do have a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds that exist here. But it's just something about the city in general where, like, dreams just go to die here. Like, this is just not the place that you want to be if you're really trying to, like, be successful in life. Now, if you're in a situation where, like, you just want to be content and you just want to be able to say, like, oh, I have a family and we own a house and stuff like that, then it's like, okay, yeah, I guess this would be the place for you. But Cincinnati really just is not the place where you want to have big goals and big dreams and express them. It's just not one of those places. This is like a city of generational curses. That's like the best way I can describe it, because there's so much of like other people projecting they bullshit onto you, and it's really hard to want to thrive here. It's really hard to want to be solid here. And I'm not saying it like if you wanted to own a business you wouldn't be successful here, because there's a few success stories. There's a few success stories, but I feel like I would have to make a separate video. But it's really a situation of like, Cincinnati people feel like you should only be popping and only be relevant in Cincinnati. And if you make it outside of Cincinnati, they probably 9 times out of 10 gonna stop messing with your product. They're probably gonna stop messing with you as a person. And it's not because you even did anything wrong or you quote unquote started acting Hollywood. It quite literally is just because like they feel like you should be cool with being a local celebrity or locally known. You trying to get any attention outside of Cincinnati, people gonna have an issue with it. But I would rather you deal with that than to be on the end of the stick that I've been at majority of my life, where there's a bunch of people in Cincinnati that just don't believe that you can make it off the ground, period. Like, there's no hope for you. There's no belief system that you can actually do anything, okay? They will sit there and watch you struggle, flounder, try to get something off the ground, and then let's say that a celebrity ends up dealing with your product or messing with you or giving you a shout out, or you do a collab with somebody, and now all of a sudden the city loves you. The city just messed with you so heavy, and they're gonna pretend like they've been a fan of you since the beginning of time, when in reality, baby, they was never your friend. They never liked you. They never supported your product. They never cared about you, babe. They ain't never care about you. What? Like, all of it is fake. All of it is so fake. And I know that like every city has their ways about them. I feel like every city has their few people where like they talk bad about them. They don't believe in their abilities. They don't believe that these people can get their stuff off the ground or be successful in the music industry or whatever. I feel like that happens to everybody. I don't deny that. But I'm telling you, like, Cincinnati is real life terrible with it. Like, it is actually terrible. Like, again, it might have to be a separate video. I don't know, but yeah, it's just really hard to describe. It's just really hard to really put it into words to where you could fully understand what I'm talking about. So being from a city like this, of course, it's kind of hard to like want to do better for yourself, because it just seems like anytime you try to go up, somebody is always there trying to humble you and bring you down. It's very hard to deal with that and process that. But it's even worse when like you also come from a family where they kind of do that stuff too. So again, Cincinnati is just the place where generational curses just thrive, apparently. And unfortunately, my family is one of those families where they kind of fell for it, you know? Now listen, I don't want to give anyone ammunition to talk crazy about my family, but I told y'all like last year, I'm over this whole thing about preserving people's images and keeping quiet when everybody else has no problem telling my business and going crazy on me. Like, I feel like my story should really be, told like how everybody else tells theirs. Like, why should I leave myself out? Why should I sit there and take into consideration that other people's feelings might get hurt, but ain't nobody ever cared about mine, So the thing about my family, unfortunately, I feel like I come from a family where they know how to survive. They know how to just get by and spend every day just being, present, doing what they have to do, handling their responsibilities and their priorities and stuff. But I don't come from a family that thrives. I don't come from a family that really tries to be the best versions of themselves. Like, I just don't. So one of the issues that I have had majority of my life is that I've always wanted bigger and better things. I wouldn't say that I was materialistic. I still don't really feel that way about myself. But I just never understood, like, why do I come from a family where they don't prioritize vacations? Why don't I come from a family where they get excited about traveling and wanting to travel places? Why do I come from a family where you say, like, oh, I have this goal and that goal and that goal, and instead of just like believing in you and supporting you, they just sit down and tell you all the things that could go wrong? Like, why do I come from a family where that's just something that they want to do? Why do I come from a family where they always do the bare minimum of what they need to do? Because, oh, well, at least I did this and at least I did that, and oh, well, growing up, mama never did that and grandma never did that, so I'm at least better than them. It's like everything is at least. Nobody is really content with their situation. Nobody is really happy. Nobody has really been like, yes, I did that and I'm successful at that. Why do I have to be born into a family where that is what they want to do and that's how they view the world? Like, why did I have to be a part of that? So being somebody like me, where it's like, no, I don't want to go to the local college, I want to go away for college, and I might want to graduate from an HBCU, and I want my first apartment and my first car by the time I hit 23, 24, everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm getting told, like, oh, well, you don't have to do that. That ain't what the fuck I said. Like, I never said that I was being obligated or pushed to do anything. This is coming from me. This is from my brain. This is from my mouth. I don't understand why you're trying to tell me to play it safe and do this, do that. No, because if I wanted to do that, I would have did that. I don't want to do that. So what are we talking about? And it has literally been every single aspect of my life. I kid you not. It has been every single aspect of my life. Like, every single time I try to want better, it just seems like I always got somebody on the sidelines just trying to knock me down, and it kills me every single time. Like I said, generational curses. I'm not the only person they did it to. I'm just the only person that's really gonna tell them, get the fuck out my face. Like, everybody else gonna sit there and let you control them. You're not gonna control me. Once I see how you moving, you ain't gotta worry about me no more. I promise you that. You ain't gotta worry about me no more. So that's when I ended up being the person that I am, where like I just started to hard work my way through everything. I started to have the mentality that, like, if I'm not overworked and stressed out and practically crying at the end of my shift, then I didn't really work hard enough. That's when I became that type of person where everything just had to be a certain way or else I failed in life. Like, that's when I started to become this very like ambitious, hardworking type of person, which isn't a bad thing, but it's like I really ended up burning myself out before I even hit the age that I'm at right now. Like, I think I officially burnt out at like 24. Literally. Like, I had been working since the age of 16, hard working my way through life, because I was under the impression that you 100% could hard work your way out of poverty, honey. I really thought like, oh, we all got the same 24 hours and I can make it, and all I need is this and all I need is that. I'm talking about a girl had, once upon a time, technically had 2 jobs. Once upon a time, I had 2 jobs and a side hustle. And was I making that money? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. But at the same time, it's like, what am I doing? Like, I quite literally have not been living my life for real. And I think I opened up about that, the last time we sat down and talked? I have not really been living my life like I was supposed to. It's a lot of things that I feel like everybody has done at this point, and I haven't. Like, I'm the only person, like, literally, y'all, I have not been to Miami. I've never stepped foot in Miami. Miami has never seen me, okay? I have never had a spring break in Miami. I've never been to Mexico. I've never even been out the country so far, not even Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so I don't even need my passport for that. But yeah, like, I haven't really done a lot. I haven't really done much because I really was in this mindset of, number one, I need my priorities straight. I still stand by that. I do feel like your priorities should come before partying. Your priorities should come before traveling. But I really look back at my life now and I'm like, girl, you were so young. Why were you living like an old lady in the first place? Like, because now that everything is said and done and I worked hard and I got that money and I did this and I did that and I bought a car and I did this and I did that and whoop-de-woo, look at where I'm at. Ain't much change, you know? I thought I was going to eventually go back to school. I done said that I don't know how many times. And what happened with that, you know? Like, it's just, all I'm saying is the way that life works, you never know how life is going to turn out. So, yeah, keep your priorities straight, but don't make your priorities the only thing that you care about or the only thing that you're really going for, because you never know where the wind is going to take you after the fact. You never know what's going to happen after everything is said and done, because I'm telling you, you could do everything right and still not get to where you thought you were going to be, because that's just how life works and there's nothing we can do about it. And while I had this mindset of working yourself ragged and working hard so that you can get the life that you want and stuff like that, I ended up discovering lifestyle content, right? And when I tell you I loved lifestyle content, I'm talking about I used to watch almost everybody's vlogs. Like, there was not a single vlogger that I didn't know about or I didn't tune into. I have my favorites, but you know, like, I really was just like looking at people's vlogs. And one of the things that I do too, not only is it my favorite piece of content, but it also was a situation to where I would like watch vlogs while I work out instead of listening to music. I mean, honestly, music is distracting for me when I work out. I don't see how y'all can do that. But yeah, like, I used to watch vlogs while I work out and stuff, and it used to help me like stay motivated. Like, this is the apartment we want. This is the car that we want. This is the trip that we want to go on. You know, like, I had all of these things in mind that this was going to be my life eventually. Like, this was going to be me. And listen, positive affirmations do work. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to tell you guys that it doesn't. And I wholeheartedly support it. If, you know, you want to write in your journal and look at angel numbers and want to get to that place that you're trying to be, I don't deny that at all. I don't knock that at all. And I'm sorry I keep looking over y'all. Like, I don't know where my compact mirror went. Not the one that is handheld, but like, I have another mirror. I'm kind of conceited. But yeah, like, so I have multiple mirrors, and the mirror that usually is right here, I don't know where I put that. I don't know where I put that at, but that one's gone, so I'm using my vanity mirror, and that's why I'm looking over y'all, but I'm not ignoring y'all. But anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, like, when I watch these vlogs, they definitely help me like put a lot of things into perspective of what type of lifestyle that I wanted to live. In a lot of cases, I also learned a lot about like how these people got to where they're at. You know, I looked at people's morning routines, their nightly routines, not saying that I even followed them. I was just being nosy, to be honest. But you know, like, I really used to use those things as like a form of motivation. I used to really sit there and watch people's travel vlogs and shopping hauls and maintenance day vlogs and stuff like that. because it just really put a lot of things into perspective of like, this is exactly what I want. This is how I want to live. Even though it looks aesthetically pleasing, baby, this is the life that I deserve, and this is the life that I'm going to get for me. I don't care what y'all talking about. But then there came a point in time around the same time that I like made that video where I opened up, and that video, I still kind of be thinking about deleting that video, but I know I don't need to, because again, I'm trying to be more vulnerable, trying to put myself out there, because it's a need at this point. But honestly, like late into my 25th year of living, I started to kind of fall into a era of like really just feeling down on myself, because for some reason, I don't know why, 25 was just like that age where I felt like you were supposed to have it together. And I do feel like I'm at that big girl age where like, if I meet a man and you still ain't got no motion, you still ain't got nothing going for your life, yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. There's no reason for you to talk to me. There's no reason for us to be in cahoots with each other, because how you spend 25 years not making no type of movement, no nothing, like, I can't deal with you. But also, like, 25, 26, that's still young. It's just something about approaching 30 that just has me like, girl, what the fuck? Because I swear it wasn't too long ago that I was like 17. What the hell happened? Like, I don't, it's a little scary, you know? But I don't know, I just always had it in my mind that like, give me 5 or 6 years, everything's gonna align, everything's gonna fall into place and be exactly how it needs to be, you know? Like, I just always had that mindset that 25 was like that magical year where everything just worked out. And the way 25, it was just something about that frontal cortex. I know people say that, but I'm telling you, it's something about that frontal cortex. I kind of want to push it back in, because I feel like me being young and dumb, that was my motivation in life to keep going. That was the reason why I used to get up and just be happy and be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that was the reason why I had such ambition and I had such a drive about me. Like, I was so, oh my God, I was so dedicated to my future. I was so dedicated to my future when I was younger. And it was just something about approaching that 26th birthday and knowing that nothing in my life panned out the way that I planned for it. And I gotta be real with y'all, I was so broke on my 26th birthday. Oh my God, it was bad. It was so bad. Like, it was actually humiliating, embarrassing. It was just not it. From that moment on, like my mid 25th, but especially when I turned 26, I found myself not watching those vlogs anymore. And I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. It was because I magically turned into a hater. I quite literally just one day would just be irritated and upset with watching them videos. Like, I did not want to watch them videos no more. And it was certain people that I would still tune into, but for the most part, even with them, I'm just like, girl, hush. Like, I don't even want to deal with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care about your life. I don't care about anything that you're talking about. But there were these two in particular, and I'm not gonna name them because I feel like y'all gonna be messy and be like, oh, she said she was hating on you. Girl, hush. This is my healing process. Don't judge me. But there were these two vloggers in particular. One of them, I think she's like a year younger than me. I think she's like a year or 2 years younger than me. And she pretty much had like a similar mindset to me, like similar goals to me. She wanted to run a business, and she was in college simultaneously. She wanted to get her first car. She wanted to move out. She wanted to do all of that. And we both was, you know, two 20-something-year-olds in our parents' house, you know, doing YouTube, just like doing our little makeup or telling little story times and doing how-to videos, just anything that could really get our channels off the ground. And I wouldn't say we started around the same time, because I'm pretty sure she started way before me, but nonetheless, we both was kind of on the same type of time, and we was on the same page. And long story short, Miss Mama's got that car. She got that car. She got that apartment. She done had like 2 or 3 apartments now. And she started her business. Her business is successful. She doing good in life. And then there's me. And I'm sitting here like, oh, wow. You know, like, oh, okay. All right. Well, what went wrong on my end? I don't know. And then there was this other vlogger where she's significantly younger than me. I think she's like practically my brother's age. Me and my brother are like 4 years apart. So she's like probably 3 or 4 years younger than me. And this girl, she literally just decided to pick up a camera and do YouTube and just became really successful at it. And I was really vibing with her content for a while too. Like, I was really feeling some type of way too. Like, oh my God, I love this, I love that. You know what I'm saying? And then again, I hit a wall where I'm just like, I'm irritated because she's way younger than me. And when I tell you, like, she doing the damn thing. Like, she is really doing it. And she like has her own place while going to school, while doing YouTube. She got, I don't know how many sponsorships, brand deals and stuff like that. And even down to like the material aspects, you know, she done got almost every single bag that then came out, regardless if it was a high fashion designer or like something regular. Like, this girl doing a damn thing too. Like, she's the definition of young and turn. And there came a point in time where I got irritated and it bothered me as well. And the thing is that I wasn't hating on the fact that they had all these materials. You know, it definitely had me like, dang, I wish I had that. But I wasn't even hating on the materials, y'all. I was hating on the fact that these people were put into environments where people truly believed in them, and that is how they became successful. They come from families that have helped them pay their tuition off, pay their car notes, pay for their apartments. They come from families where they're capable of doing stuff like that. And I'm not. And that's the one thing that I recognized when my frontal cortex finally developed. You do need community. Your community and your environment, unfortunately, does determine very much on how you end up. It does. And that's not saying that you're never going to be anything in life because you come from the hood. But it's like, if you really think like, oh, you're going to be a millionaire, I'm not saying it's impossible, but the chances of that are actually very low. And nobody wants to be honest about how low those chances are. And I get it to a certain degree because you really just want to keep people motivated. You don't want people to give up. But I also feel like we definitely were sold like tall tales about how people came up in life, because even certain people that did become millionaires after being homeless or impoverished or whatever, a lot of them also had support as well. A lot of them also had people that believed in them and could, you know, not even just on the financial aspect either, like even just in the emotional support. They had people. They had people, bro. Everybody has people but me. Everybody has people but me. And I'm looking at how all of these people were able to succeed simply because they had a support system and they had a team. Why don't I have a fucking team? Like, why was I the one that was left out that doesn't have the support system? Why me? Why was it me? That's crazy. And then again, like, y'all know I don't really mess with Facebook like that. It's been a few times where I've had to log into Facebook because the few friends that I do have, you know, for some reason they want to use Facebook now. I don't know when we start doing that. But, you know, I logged in just to see how some of my friends were doing. And in the process of me trying to look at my friends, you know, unfortunately I came across some bitches that I don't like. Some bitches that I could care less about. And these bitches kind of shitting on me too. What? Like, I'm like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? What? Wait, so everybody, oh, I'm the oddball out. Okay, cool. And you know what's worse? My 20-something-year-old self, like my younger 20-something-year-old self, would cry. if they heard me talking right now. Y'all, why am I now at a point in my life where I really do kind of sort of want a family? I kind of want a baby now. I kind of want to have a baby. And it just really pisses me off, because that was the other thing that I found myself getting kind of pissed off about. Like, everybody got at least 1 baby, 2 baby, 3 baby, you know. I ain't got no kids. I'm proud though, because the situation that I'm in, it's like, girl, no, I can't raise no fucking child right now. Like, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. And then the people that I could have potentially created children with, you know, glad I dodged that bullet. So, you know, I'm not really crying too bad. But again, it's really coming from a place of like the fact that y'all have families. You have created your own family. You have a support system. You have people that love you unconditionally. Like that. That's what I'm jealous of. And that's what I slowly started to become very bitter about. Like, I started to be very like, ugh, like everybody pissing me off. Everybody is just, But at some point I had to check myself. I had to really check myself and tap in with myself, because baby, that's how some of my family members ended up the way they ended up. I can't be worried about everybody else. I can't be worried about what's working for everybody else and what's not working out for me, because what's for me is always going to be for me. I can't be worried about what that person's doing. I don't know what that person went through at the end of the day. They could have went through way worse than me and ended up on that side. You feel me? So I can't really too much get mad about that. But what I can get mad at are the people that have led me to this position. And that's not even saying that I'm, you know, necessarily angry at anybody in particular, that I'm like, you know, cussing them out or anything. But what I can be mad at is that there's a lot of people in my life that failed me, and I can hold them to that, and I can hold them accountable, and not come from a place of malice, because that's another thing too. I had to tap into that as well. Address what you need to address, but don't get too mad. Don't hop out your body and start doing the absolute most. You ain't got to do all that. Just say what you need to say. Boom. So yeah, that is an awakening that I've had as of lately. And I guess we're just gonna see how everything plays out from this point on. I am running out of lash glue. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ugh. So another new development in my life. I am now probably going to be a very selfish bitch amongst a lot of people that personally know me, because I'm over it. Okay? I'm so over it. Because even though I make sure that I am taken care of, I really do regret like putting as much effort into other people that I have been, because me doing that did nothing for me. It did absolutely nothing for me. And I am now at a point where it's just like, again, I'm ready to live my life. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to go. I don't care how other people feel at this point in my life. Like, I gave y'all that chance. I gave y'all that opportunity. Nothing we can do. We just got to go our separate ways and call it a day. So I'm going to offend some people. I'm going to make some people upset. Like, I'm really, y'all, no bullshit, I'm really at that stage of my life. The thoughts that have been going through my head as of lately, don't be shocked if one day you get a video from me, and it is a video about how I moved out with $2 in my pocket, and I'm in a completely different city, a completely different state. At this point, damn near a completely different country, because I don't know what this country about to turn into in a minute. And I'm just thugging it. Like, I don't know, living out my car maybe. I have no idea. But seriously, do not be shocked. Do not be shocked, because that is the type of time that I'm on right now. Like, I have had this burst of energy from time to time where I'm like, girl, just put all your shit in the car and just drive somewhere and just go and just figure it the fuck out, because I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, my spirit is ready. Me, as a physical being, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I ain't got no time for this no more. And y'all might think I'm joking, but I'm like dead serious. Like, it's only gonna be a few more moments in my life before I end up being that person. $5 in my pocket, moving to LA, trying to figure things out. Like, I always thought that was so stupid, and I've always been scared to be that person when I was growing up. But honey, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. The more and more I deal with this city and these people and all of the stuff that's going on, like, I'm so tempted to just get up and go and thug it. Like, I'd rather thug it out in my own space with my own thoughts than to be around all these people. Like seriously. And this is another aspect of, like, me kind of being bitter and proud, like how the caption says, because I don't care about nobody's feelings no more. Like, when I tell you I'm just so over it, I don't care about how you feel about choices that I make in my life anymore. I don't care about you feeling sad because you just wanted to do this and you just wanted to do that and you just wanted to get to know me better. And no, that goes for family, that goes for men. Everybody getting their feelings hurt when they come over here, so just don't come over here. Like, I've been being nice for entirely too long. I have been being so nice to so many people. It's time that I just completely choose myself, like, completely. And it's like, I've never not put myself first, but I think it was a part of me where, like, I really did have it in my brain that, like, I needed to do this and I needed to do that, and in order to keep the peace, let me perform this way, let me do this, let me do that. No thanks. I will not be doing things like that anymore. I am just solo dolo. I am just me at this point. And that's why there are certain people, not gonna name no names, but there are certain people in my life where they have been taking offense to almost everything that I say, everything that I do, because yeah, your feelings ain't a priority to me no more. I don't do the tit for tat, but let's be real, my feelings was never a priority to you, so why should it be the other way around? Exactly. So yeah, no, don't care, sorry. Okay, y'all, I did my lashes and the finishing touches on my hair off camera because I was struggling with the lash glue. Okay, oh my god, I'm exposing myself so bad. So this is the leftovers of the glue, because I cut it open, tried to scrap up anything that I could, and it was just starting to make me mad. So I logged off, and then I forgot to log back on. But that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about anyways. There's nothing else extra. So yeah, that was my chit chat get ready with me. That's all I needed to talk about. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like this video. Comment down below if you have any questions about anything that I've mentioned, if you have any questions about the What Happened To series, if you even have any recommendations, I'm fine with that as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and of course, share if you can. So with that being said, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Back up on my bullshit, back up on the